All right, so this video is a review of Mandalorian, Season 2, Episode 1. This show, I love this show. It's great. I know a lot of people think it's hit or miss, but I really enjoyed it. I loved how there's like Easter eggs hidden all throughout the show. You got the Mandalorian. You get to see some armor from another Mandalorian. You get the sheriff, Marshall, yeah. So you get to see the pod racer from the Clone Wars because it's on Tatooine. There's an interesting line where he's like, "I don't know about any other Mandalorians on Tatooine," which that's kind of surprising because I don't really know the time frame. Like I thought it was like 5 to 7 years after Return of the Jedi, but maybe way longer than that. But even so, my guess is that Boba Fett wasn't there for a long time. He just came to visit to collect a bounty, right? And then ended up in the Sarlacc, right? So if he wasn't there long enough to, right, maybe there to report to Jabba as a bounty hunter, right? But even so, I'm just surprised the Mandalorian didn't know that he had been there. So, but they do kind of explain that, and they're like, "Oh, that's not on any map. This town, no one's heard from it since after the Empire fell." So that could be the reason. It's very interesting, but I do like how they at least attempt to explain that, right? So I like how the show at least attempts to explain all the little things and tries to do a good job of having all these really good Easter eggs hidden throughout the show for you to look for. And so I like that. I like how the humor isn't over the top humor. It's like, little gems of things that are going on. I like getting to see an actual crate dragon, like in the like the original New Hope, right, where you just saw its skeleton. Now it's all you saw. Now we get to see one, and it's moving, and it's huge, and it's like, I was like, wow, there's no way they're defeating that thing, like, ever. It's almost like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So it was very fascinating, and the trick they used. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a great. I literally thought it was going to eat them all. Realistically, it wouldn't eat the main character, but you didn't see. Like, it's all these characters you've never seen before, so it's possible the dragon could have eaten them all, and it didn't. But that's one thing I think they do smartly with this episode is you don't know. Like, even characters that are great one-off characters, could get ended. Like last season, the other bounty hunter that they just ended at the end. I was like, wow, I didn't see that coming. I like the really good characters you want to see stick around, and hopefully they do. And so the marshal or the sheriff, I still can't remember. Whoever he is in this episode is from the books, from Aftermath novels. I actually have those novels, but I'm still on the first one. So I don't think I've gotten to the part yet that has him in it. Maybe I have, but I need to keep reading it. So I actually like how they're drawing inspiration from the novels as well as the movies to all these little Easter egg bits. To me, it's almost, and they don't do it in an over the top way. It's just kind of like a subtle, like the guy driving a pod engine. Like, if you've never seen that before, you wouldn't get it. But since you have, then you're like, oh, that's a pod engine. I like that. I like how they're layering it into the show like that. How it almost makes it into a believable world, and I'm impressed by that. So I recommend The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1. Episode 2 is supposed to, show up in a couple hours when I'll be asleep, but I will review the next one. And I hope if you like my channel, you'll like and subscribe. Thank you.